Hello everyone. I think stream should have started properly. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty alright. You know, it's been a bit since we done like a, what would you call this? Like a Beyblade stream? A HandCam Beyblade stream? So, you know, we were pulling it up. We're gonna have some Beyblades, we're gonna chat, you know, yap. Not gonna do anything too crazy today. So, you know, why don't we open it up? You know, same setup, different glove. I couldn't find the glove I used last time, so I get this glove I got for this Spider-Man web shooter for the Amazing Spider-Man 1 back when I was like 12 or something. I don't actually know how old I was, but I was pretty young, you know. It was actually a pretty cool web shooter. I remember. Actually, no, I was like 8. I'm thinking about it because I remember. I'm trying to remember, like, when did I get this glove? I'm like, it was something around the time where. Oh, I should probably check volume. Yes. It had something. It was like I was in grade 1, and then my dad got me this, and I remember specifically, you know, it was grade 1. It was Halloween. And me having, I'm like, I'm gonna spray the bad guys with one of these, with this thing. I'm like, because, you know, I always love playing as, like, dressing up as Spider-Man. So nothing really new has happened. I did get another launcher. It's a fake launch, like handle, because, you know, whatever, it's a handle. It's not the actual Beyblade. And I was testing it out, you know, on this. But other than that, nothing really news, like, changed. Like, I didn't get any new Beyblades or anything. I did buy some more containers so I could separate the custom ones. I did print out a good few custom ones. Other than that, man, nothing crazy. I haven't really done anything since. I haven't really even played with Beyblades as much as I would. You know, I've been kind of busy. It's nearing. Oh, whoops! It's been nearing the midterms. Not midterms. Exam season. So I've been trying to you know, balance that out so I wouldn't you know, I don't know, fumble. You know, kind of funny. Today's what's it? The World Beyblade Day or something like that. I don't actually know what it is. I'm listening to like what people are saying for the for like what's happening. I'll talk about it while we're playing. So yeah, like I said, nothing's changed. At least on the Beyblade side, besides like the custom ones, which are gonna be the ones I'm gonna pull out the most right now. Well, I don't. You know, this kind of like really pulling out the gloves. I don't want to damage my Spider-Man glove. Give me a second. I did find a different glove. Okay, is this the one that has a hole in it? No, but it's the one that has blood in it. Oopsies. Look at that cut proof gloves. Wait, no. Nah, that's close enough. You know, yeah, I have 2 cut proof gloves. One of them has a hole in it. And the other one, about right here, has blood, because, a while ago, I invited my friends over to, like, oh, we'll make some model kits, and then, while I can replicate it without actually cutting myself, I was, like, cutting, like, a bit, and just, whoop. It was a clean cut, so, like, oh, jeez, Velcro on my hands. Let's try something a little funny, like whatever this wizard, whatever this is, and then on Rush versus, let's say, we can always start off with a dagger. So yeah, okay. The thing I'll probably mention it right now, because exam season is coming up. I'm probably gonna this is probably gonna be my last stream for a bit, for the next like few weeks, so that I can actually focus, you know, put my 100% focus onto studying properly, because I gotta pass this. I can't be flubbing this stuff up. Ow. I added new shelving to the side, so like I gotta figure out yeah, I just gotta flip the thing, because if I did it like this, I hit my elbow, my hand into the shelf, so probably don't do that. But yeah, I've really figured out how to like 3D print on ratchets, so you know that leads to more interesting things. But yeah, today oh, I can work with this. The purpose of today is less to, like, you know, more Beyblade. I mean, I guess we could yap about Beyblade, but like mostly about just hanging, you know. You know, one last hang before exam season kicks in. So I'm like, oh, I'm too busy. I'm not streaming anymore. Yeah, nothing too crazy's been happening. I've been just like doing school stuff, doing stuff off stream. I was working on originally this stream was meant to be actually a animation stream, but I was thinking, I was like, you know, it's been a while since we've done Beyblade, so I just cleaned up my table and set this up. Oh yeah, as far as I can tell, whatever these really like wild wing ones, they're not really that good, but like they're pretty interesting to look at, so. Let's use disc ball. But you know, there was some pretty big news on the Beyblade things for Beyblade Day today. It was what's it? They showed off Excalibur, the remake. That one looks pretty cool. I'll get that if it comes out. Like if I have to import it, then I'll import it maybe at the end of the year. But if it comes out here, then I'll go get it. Something to note was, I guess a different story was, I saw that they announced that they, so you know how I talked about last time where I imported a bunch of Beyblades, you know, just to have fun, right? Yeah, I'll swap Drawn Dagger for someone else. Roar Tyranno? No. What's this guy's name again? Yeah, no, it's Roar Tyranno. I was like, is it Tyranno Beat? No, that's a different dude. But, one of them was, like, the actual Bey Away. And I remember I put it up on Facebook because I was like, I only need the one. And I chose the white one because I was like, okay. I don't really care. This was one I don't really care about if it's the can colors or not. So I went and put it up on Facebook, put it online. And I was thinking of actually meeting, like, if I want to, like, there was a guy who was offering to trade some Beyblades that I don't have. Like, I don't have the regular drawn sword, which I was like, I'll get around to getting it. But apparently, because of the whole Beyblade Day thing, we know that we actually are getting a Whale Wave. I mean, now called Tidal Whale? I think? It's actually called Tidal Whale, and you know, as the Blader spirit, I'd rather someone, you know, get the Beyblade that they want than, you know, pay some exorbitant fee, because, you know, I paid like what, $15 and then having to ship it from like Japan. That's a little expensive. So I went and told them. They haven't said anything yet. They haven't seen the message, but like, you know, it's like, you gotta look out for each other, you know, Beybladers. I guess, I don't know. But I'd feel bad if like if I went, you know, trade with the dude, and then he finds out like, oh yeah, the Beyblade I trade like a few Beyblades for, because I really like Wave. Just came out like a few months later. I'm like, I don't want to like, you know, rip you off like that. So I told them the truth, you know, I told them. So other than that, I haven't really been, yeah, it's just like, oh, right, it's like the thing I was talking about before, which was the animation stuff. Yeah, that was what I was planning on doing as the stream for today, actually. Wait, no, I already talked about that. No, I'm going crazy. I already talked about that. Yeah, just have to cough for a second. Yeah, I've been really like, okay, I've known already that, like, okay, I finally have the skill to actually do like the animated stuff I've wanted to do for like a pretty long time. Like, it's been like actually 5 years. Like, I've gained enough skill to be able to do it, so I've been starting to like really seriously like looking into like working to do that stuff. So that'll probably be like the stuff I'll be doing off stream and then on stream, you know, a lot of that. That'll probably be main focus, but you know, every once in a while we could always dip it into some Beyblades, you know, Beyblades, whatever I'm interested in at the moment, you know, Sonic Unleashed. I've been wanting to play the Xbox version, so we will be continuing that. So it's like, okay, what else is there to talk about? You know, I play on my phone a lot, you know, as the youngins do these days, right? You know, the youngins be playing on day phones and then are addicted to social media and whatnot. It's like, yeah, I recognize that's probably a pretty big issue. Oh, whoops. I do instinctively pull up Twitter and Instagram just to like look up pictures of these like little cats that I follow. Like, there's this pretty particularly funny tuxedo cat named Tom that I follow on Instagram. I really love that funny fellow. You know, she's a little like tuxedo cat who's disabled because of like, I think, a brain disease. But she's so funny. Let me pull up a video. Hope I don't show too much. Okay, just give me a second. Let me get a thing with the cat. It's pretty funny. Oh, and then like every once in a while I get some monkeys too. You know, my parents really love looking at monkeys, so like I show them monkeys. This? Look at that funny cat. So silly. You know, look at him. She can't really move her arms or legs, but like, look, she makes some really funny faces, you know? I love showing like people this cat. Or, you know, someone like, there's this cat named like Charles Extraterrestrial. He's like this like blonde looking cat. He's pretty weird. But yeah, no, I put some box into like social media to music's pretty loud compared to me. So I've been putting like locks, and it's been really like hard stopping me from watching, just like spending a few minutes like looking up, watching social media or whatever, looking up videos, and getting mad on Twitter for whatever reason. You know, I open it and immediately like a thing flashes up. Is this really that important? And I'm just like, no, it's not. It's not that important. So I just leave and go do something else. Yes, my favorite punching dummy, Leon Claw. Oh, they actually made this into a real one. This was made beforehand, the 6-sided bit, but they made this real in like, what's it, Drawn Brave? Brave Drawn? That's pretty cool. What else has been new? I started, there's this VTuber program, app, I guess, that people have been starting to go to called Irium. Like, at first one of my friends was talking about, oh, I love all these, oh jeez, I love these VTubers on Irium. What are they called, like Bond Live? Oh crap. These like people called from like this agency called Bond Live. I'm like, okay, that's cool and all. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get around to it. And then there's actually someone I do already. I watched. I watched already on Twitter. Not Twitter. Twitch. That moved to Irium. So I was like, okay, I'll go visit there. And I'm like, okay. I mean, these are neat people. I do want to be friends with. I want to start trying to make friends. I gotta get around to that. Every year, it's always like, I gotta make more friends. And I never reach. I never reach out, or I miss the window to be their friend because they got popular. And now that since I'm a small channel, I look like I'm clout chasing. It sucks. It sucks that you have a small window to be friends with someone. I kind of wish that was not the case, but it's an inevitability when you become popular. All of a sudden, when you have clout, there are clout chasers who want to be your friend for the clout, and they try to siphon away some subscribers as they go. Very much an unfortunate situation. I mean, some people, I'm like, damn, I kind of dodged the bullet on that one because they became popular, but I don't really like them that much. I'm like, damn, good thing I dodged that bullet. And other people, I'm like, damn, I missed that window. Oh, and then there's other people who are like, oh, I'd want to try to be friends with you. Oh, yes. They have locked away every single way to interact with them, so I cannot ask them to be their friend. Oh boy, I love that! And then, you know, in other ways, people who I've interacted with, you know, I don't know, trying to be friends with someone in the VTuber space, to me, seems very hard. You know, like, I try to go and interact with them. It's like, okay, how do you interact with them? Well, you could just cold message them after, like, you know, I guess checking their content, seeing you vibe with them. And ask them, like, hey, you want to be friends? And they go, yes, or no, or whatever. You know, that could be a thing. You know, you could either cold message them. Those usually don't work out too well for me. Or, you can go and, start watching them, supporting their streams, because, you know, you gotta vibe check them. You're like, hey, you know what, these people are pretty cool. I can hang out with these people. And then they viewer zone you. They're like, oh, nah, I'd rather you just be a viewer. You can't be a friend even though you're also a VTuber. I'm like, damn. You got me. You know, it's pretty hard to win in these zones. Sometimes you just vibe with them enough that they're like, you know what? Yeah, you're my friend now. Well, that happened with one person I know. I support them, and then they, if anything, they reached out to me after, and I'm like, huh? That one confused me. But like, hey, you know what? She's a good person. She's cool. She cool. So like, you know, we work. Like, I accept those. You know, the bar for me to be your friend is not that high. It's just kind of like, I don't detest you. You send me something maybe like once a month to acknowledge that you exist. You know, like when a cat drops off a little dead animal as a sign of love. You know, I do have my real IRL friends too. Like I just sent it'd be like a few weeks of not interaction. I send a video of on Instagram. It's just something I think you'd find this neat. And they just like it, and it's like, oh, typical. Oh, you know, that kind of reminds me. One of my friends has their like capstone project coming up. It's not time yet, so I don't have to go bother them. Oopsies, I dropped the launcher. It doesn't fall too far. I wonder if like all the streaming stuff's working properly. I'm actually not even 100% sure if it's working properly. Let me check through. Is it working properly? Who knows? I don't. I wish I could, but meh. I don't. Okay, let's change up songs. This one plays pretty often during these streams. I gotta, like, move some songs out. Though, maybe it's because I don't have too many. I have 80 songs, and it's like, it does not feel like that, you know what I mean? Okay, I think I'll start from here, because these are, like, a lot of the newer songs that I've had on them. I added. Okay, I think that's a fair. Yeah, I was like, okay, what are is there any current events that I can think of that are pretty interesting? Well, the U.S. did release those files on JFK. Those were pretty interesting. I don't want to talk about them, but I will acknowledge that those exist. And then there was stuff like, Elon, like Tesla stock nose diving. It's actually insane how much value they've lost. Like, the amount they've lost since, you know, the Elon event was actually like, what, someone did the math, and it's like damn near every other car company's net value just lost from it. Oh. Would you look at that? I fixed these, but apparently I didn't. Give me a second. I need like actual like raw grip for these. I guess. No, wait, no. I can get some clippers. Grab the bit out. Alright, got the bit out. We can still use Leon Claw. But the bit, I dropped it. And I don't see where it rolled off to. So, that bit's gone. But it's actually insane, like, how valued Tesla stocks are. So, but you know, I don't really like that guy. So, Elon's kind of a bad dude. So I don't really care that much. Oh, you know, speaking of something like that, a lot of people online, it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, they don't like Tesla so much for liking EVs, thinking EVs were the future, as if other EV companies don't exist. Like, there are apparently a lot of Chinese EV manufacturing that because of tariffs and whatnot can't like, have a hard time showing up in America without paying like a exorbitant amount of tariffs, which is why you don't see any. And you know what? If they did release lower those tariffs so you could import those cars, a lot of those cars are actually like pretty good. Though I've heard horror stories from, like, you know, every electric car company of, like, you know, the battery exploding and all that. Heard a lot, and, you know, maybe I'm just hearing a lot of, like, bad ones from the Chinese EVs, but, you know, as an overall, like, apparently Chinese EVs are actually really good. Though if someone asked me, hey, what type of car are you gonna get next? I'd probably say I'd probably get a plug-in hybrid, so I could do both gas and electricity, because I do not think we're gonna be able to reach the full EV thing in a while. So I also don't believe in something that people don't acknowledge when it comes to like EV cars is, you know, they always talk about the offset about gas emissions and stuff, right? But they don't actually mention the whole total emissions cost, because actually, like, it costs less emissions to make a gas-powered car than it is to make a lithium electric car or a hydrogen car. So it's like, and for some reason, no one's done the math yet to actually determine whether or not, like, the the use of a car, like, let's say 100,000 miles, is actually worth, like, the difference between electric and gas yet, for some reason. Damn, El Drago's cool. And what else has been happening? I don't actually remember. I think in the VTuber space, there was this one person who, what did they do again? I think they bought, like, they entered in a bunch of, like, raffles or something, I think. They entered in a bunch of raffles, then used those models, re-rig them, and then upcharge them. Sometimes they bought the model, sometimes they won them in a raffle, and then they upcharged, which is pretty scummy on their part. You know, that's something that's been happening. There was... what else do I remember? There was a different VTuber who had a tragedy happen in their life, and because since they do controversial things, people were like happy about that. And I'm like, dude, come on, be better. Like, I don't really like him that much, but like, come on. Oh, you know something that's a little funny? Oh, you know, I just looked to the side, I'm like, oh yeah. I was a bit lazy this time around, so instead of actually connecting my mic properly, I just put it on top of a cup. Cause I'm like, it can hold it. I don't really feel like doing anything about that. But you can also see, from my, I don't remember which one was my last stream, but the Shubatomos, I was actually prototyping I've been practicing, like, figuring out how to make these work. Oh. Do I even have... Alright. I have, you know, these ones. This is the one I, like, fully painted. The one that I showed on Twitter already. This is the actual, like, one that came with the Nendoroid. Where's the other guy? Here he is. There's this guy. Funny enough, the reason why I didn't show his back is because when I printed it, like, resin printed it, I forgot about the little cape thing. Not the case this time. Oh, it's actually... I guess you can't see it, but, like, the actual thing is there. So I've been trying to, paint and, like, get these, like, figured out before I release the files, because, you know, don't want to release files that are, like, shitty. You know, I got some... Oh, whoops. Oh, crap, it fell. I got standard stuff hold. Oh, there it is. The bit. I got standard stuff hold. You know, gotta make quality. You know, once I figure it out, I tell my friend, and then they can, mass produce them. Don't really, really, I don't have to do that, but, like, I don't want to, like, burden my friend. How long is this song, actually? Oh, it's a 30-minute thing. Well, good thing, okay. Oh, it's too quiet. Okay, let me just... So, trying to think, what else is there to talk about? Yeah, probably gonna... I need to take a break for the next, like... I think my exam is in 3 weeks. About 3 weeks time from where I am. So... Is that it? Oh, okay. I was like, there's a second chat I can't see from how small my screen is, so I had to, like, really look. Let's swap Beyblade. What else is there to talk about? I was about to say talk about something, but I kind of lost my train of thought for a second. What was it? I don't know, I just can't remember. I just can't remember. Oh, right, the school stuff, yeah. I'm gonna take a break for the next 3 weeks. So, if I do make do a stream, most likely it'd actually be like, if you remember a while ago, I did that teaching stream about, algorithms in design. If I really wanted, I might do a full in-depth university calculus class. Ow. I'll do a university calculus class. You know, Cappy teaches calculus. Because apparently, oh wow. Okay, so this, Cobalt Dragoon beats that because I swapped out the tip. This is a plastic triangle tip instead of the rubber tip I had on the other one. Well, this is still rubber, so what if I swapped it to base for base, you know? Plastic flat, Excel. Yeah, I'll give you a proper Hey, you know, I kind of look like Mickey Mouse if you look at it. You know, the whole black and the white gloves. I kind of look like Mickey Mouse. I was looking at him like, hey, you know, this little angle like this kind of looks like that one scene in Sonic Unleashed. You know, when he's transforming to the werehog. That's a little funky. You know, can't show. Funny, you know, it's like, oh yeah, sure, I based my model off of just me, so I basically look like that. Like, yeah, no. If you look at me and then my model, I'm like, pretty similar. I'm like, nah, I'm still not showing my face. Not that, like, anyone who I know would actually even, like, say anything, right? Though I gotta really, like, bulk up, you know what I mean? Gotta start power creeping. Oh, you know what? Speaking of power creeping, I could talk about the funny things with trucks, too. So, you know how they can get away with, like, having big trucks and stuff, right? And it's kind of funny how, as a consequence of people being allowed to have, like, super big trucks, is that, you know, when an SUV crashes into, like, a little tiny car, the SUV wins. So therefore, the people inside the SUV sustain less damage than each of the smaller cars, okay? So what ends up happening is people with families, they think, okay, if the big truck hits the small car, the truck wins, so we should buy the truck. And then everyone starts doing that, and then the next set go, those big trucks are pretty big, they'll win in every crash. So the way to win that is to get a bigger truck. so what they do is because of that, they get even bigger and heavier trucks so that they win the altercation of a crash. So we're going through, I shit you not, truck power creep. Oh. And that's kind of funny to me. We are going through actual weight creep, like, just like in Beyblades, where where a lot of cases, if it's the same design but a heavier weight, even if it's like a worse design, if the weight's big enough difference, the bigger weight just wins because of, like, the raw force it has because of the weight. So we are going through actual truck weight creep right now because people keep buying the bigger and heavier vehicles so they can survive crashes. It's so stupid. Okay, that's enough of Dragoon, I think. Let's swap to a right spin versus right spin again. Oh, you know something I was thinking about? There was I saw this post of someone doing like one of those relatable videos, right? Where it was like, you know, it's probably a feeling that a lot of people, you know, get. It was you know, when you're about to do a task and then someone else asks you to do that task, so you go, you know what? I don't want to do it anymore. You know, I was thinking about that. I was like, you know, it's been oh, okay, this is not a good combo, because, it's been a pretty long time since I felt that way, you know? Someone going asking me something like that, I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. I've really just kind of stopped, like, feeling that, because I just kind of don't care anymore. Someone asks me to do it, I'm like, whatever. You know? So, you know, I'm gonna do the dishes, and someone's like, go do the dishes, you lazy bum. I'm like, Whatever. I don't care enough to be angry. I'm just gonna just go do the dishes. I think I actually went through all of my talking topics, so like all the stuff I had off the top of my head immediately. Let me go. Now I gotta actually pull up my phone, one of them, and figure out what am I gonna talk about? Yeah, you know something? Oh yeah, that was something I was thinking about. You know how people are always talking about how like I mean, of course they are, but it's like bees, right? You know, bees are a huge pollination thing, and because of the bee population going down, that's pretty bad for like nature and all that, because they're pollinators, they move around, they pollinate the flowers and move the pollen around to make honey and all that, right? And I was just kind of thinking, you know, if that's like a pretty big problem, which it probably is, right? So why haven't they made like pollination machines, you know? Why hasn't that been done? Why hasn't, like, there's gotta be like mass pollination machines, you know what I mean? Right? Like, we figured out how to do how to crossbreed plants. There are people whose job is to like they cut the stem off of one plant, like what's it called, like plant grafting? That's crazy to me. Like that it just works. Like you can get a mango branch, almost like a mango tree branch. Just tape that shit on to a different tree that has like exposed part, and if they connect, you just got a tree that makes one thing, and it makes the mangoes too. I'm like, that's crazy to me. That's wild. Like, if we can figure out stuff like that, why have we not figured out how to make mass pollination machines yet? Another thing I was thinking of was it's kind of funny. I was like, you know, I was looking back at some comics and stuff, right? You know, like you know, people really love Ultimate Spider-Man. I also love Ultimate Spider-Man. The original 2000 Ultimate Spider-Man, I mean. And it's kind of funny that you know, you read through a few of those things. It's like, what were they thinking? Why did they do that? Like, what? Why did they make? I mean, having the idea that Eddie Brock being a college student while Pete's in like high school, and being like, oh, kind of like childhood friends. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But like, why did they make him into a partial predator? Why was he preying on Gwen? What was his? What were they thinking? You know? Or like, if you actually read the like old prints of Invincible, bro calls his gay friend gay, like, as derogatory pretty often. Not that often, actually, like maybe like twice, 2 or 3 times. But like, in subsequent printings, like if you get a new age print of Invincible, they just get rid of those jokes, like, because it's not, you know, you shouldn't be joking about that type of stuff, I guess. Not I guess. You shouldn't be joking about that type of stuff. Joking in a different manner, I guess. You know, it's like my favorite flavor text, you know. You say whatever, like, hot, cold take, whatever, and you just strap on an I guess, or but I'm not too sure. I'm not 100% on that. Just so you have a little bit of reliability to say, like, to fall back on. Like, that was an awful thing to say. Well, I wasn't 100% confident in saying that, so, like, I'm absolved of any criticism. I'm absolved of problems. But also something with the comics is it's kind of funny. I was thinking, I was like, well, I mean that hasn't happened in a while, but like, no, it has. It's like it's kind of funny that some characters, they just like for a while they just start like genuinely crashing out, and they just become a villain for a while. Like I've been thinking about this because it was like I was playing Marvel Rivals, and they had they had the Invisible Woman skin, which is when she was like a villain named Malice. Okay, some goofy ass costume, but it was kind of funny. It made me think like, okay, it's kind of funny if you look back on it, considering 616, main Marvel Comics is all one long continuity. So at some point, Invisible Woman crashed out. It's like, I'm gonna be a villain, start going crazy, and it's like, it just comes back at some point. It's like, don't worry, guys, I got better. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna be a villain anymore. It even happened to like Hank Pym. He crashed out after. I mean, that one's a little bit like makes a bit more sense. He's having a psychotic episode. He crashes out, becomes a villain, becomes Yellow Jacket, and start killing people. And then I was thinking like, oh, that hasn't happened in a very long time. Maybe writers have gotten better at it. But then I just remembered, oh wait, it happened to Ben Reilly like 2 years ago. Ben Reilly, he became Spider-Man, like the sensational Spider-Man, working for something called Beyond Corporation. Then he like crashes out because like they needed him to have an arc that he's already gone through like 3 times, where he's like, I'm having an identity problem, even though he's gone over that in like the 90s. So he crashes out so hard that his imagination just becomes a new suit, becomes evil goo, and becomes a suit, and that's when he becomes this bad guy named Chasm, and starts working with the forces of hell to steal Spider-Man's memories. It's pretty funny because he works with a different character who had the same problem. I don't remember what her name was, but I don't remember. She was the clone of Jean Grey. Dated Cyclops while they were dating with Jean Grey, because I think he just didn't realize that was a clone. It was like Jean Grey dies, she comes back, they get back together. The real Jean Grey comes back to life as the Phoenix, and it's like, who are you? Who are you? And it's like, turns out I'm a clone. Ooh. So they are working together to like summon the forces of hell to steal their memories of the original back, right? So then when Jean Grey and like her clone like interact, it's like, you realize we both have telekinesis. I could just input my memories into you so you can feel whole again, if that makes you feel any better. It's like, wow, that's solved using words. I feel so much better, Jean Grey. But for some reason, in Ben Reilly's infinite wisdom, he decides, I'm not doing that. Nah, there gotta be only one Parker here, and I don't even use the Parker name anymore. There could be only one of us. And I think they even offered like, yo, I can just input the memories that you want into your brain using telepathy. No, I gotta use this evil brain contraption that sucks your brain out and puts it into mine. I just don't accept any other way. It's so stupid. They did my boy Ben Riley so dirty. You know, just genuinely, I wish he stayed dead. No, my headcanon. This isn't the Ben Riley from the 90s. This ain't him. No matter how much he claims to be him, it's not him. You aren't him. Is there anything else I can talk about? Oh, I don't know if this is a blue. Oh, this yap might be a bit outdated. But a while ago, I think it was like last week actually. I should have brought it up sooner, but I forgot work. But it was I was seeing a trend of guys shaving their eyebrows. Oh wait, no, I have talked about this. I remember. I was talking about how dumb that was. But yeah, that is dumb. Because, you know, I don't exactly, like, I don't understand. Oh, whoops, excuse me. I don't really understand how eyelashes block dirt, but I'm not exactly gonna question it, you know? They block dirt? Okay. Okay, I believe you. I'm not gonna exactly ask for more proof beyond that, actually. That seems pretty reasonable to say. Okay, let me actually I have to look on my phone now. What else? Oh, there's this pretty funny cat I've been looking up on Twitter. It's this it's like this Twitter thing called Oreo and Monkey. You see? Okay, let me pull it up on my phone. Look at this. Look at this stupid ass cat. He's so funny. He looks so strange. He's so evil looking. Maybe I guess I go to media. Look at this cat. He's so funny. He's so weird looking and he's so funny. His name's Monkey. And it was like, they revealed that Monkey's only like 7 months old. So like, if they keep up the channel, we straight up we got enough Monkey content for like 20 years. Because I think that's cats live up to like 13 to 20 years. I pray for that cat to have a long, prosperous life, you know what I mean? He's so funny looking that I love him. Oh, I didn't realize I grabbed this one. Something happening? It's not letting me walk in. Okay, let me swap bits. It's been a while since I pulled out the variable one, the rolling ball. Yeah, this one's a little bit of a different vibe. It's a rubber. It has a rubber outside, so like it's rubber 5. I don't really want to listen to that one. I can work with this. Okay, what else? You know, because I haven't been online for the past like 2 days, I've been like really out of it, you know, the current news. Though it is better for me, you know, saving a bunch of time because I can't scroll on Twitter anymore. I'm not allowed to. my system doesn't let me. I'm not allowed to. I have to actively say like, yes, I have. This is important. And I need to look at Twitter to do like stuff. Damn, this guy's just do self KO. Wait, what did I put on? What did I feed this boy? Oh, the rolling ball. Oh, you can actually see right there, like, if this guy was actually balanced, he'd be sitting in one single spot, but because he's debalanced, he's like, ooh. Either that, or this is like on a, not in the center. Oh damn. I don't know if you can't really see it, but the middle part here, one of the like edges, is like melting away from the raw damage. Whoa. So I guess this top fell off. Broke off. Broken part. Okay. Oh. Saku Hizashi, thank you for following on Twitch. I did not testing new Beyblades. I'm not really testing new Beyblades. I'm just like, you know, pulling out whatever and just having a bit of fun. You know, my fun is watching like interactions between Beyblades using whatever fangled things. Like, I guess it'd be interesting for you to see, you know, stuff like these custom-made ratchets. Those make stuff for you. Add a giant metal core so it breaks everything else. I'd be absolutely terrified for my walls. You know, I'm terrified for my walls. I'm terrified for my laptop right beside me. I don't know if I can do that. Actually, I don't have a way to like print. I would have tried a metal part anyways, like, you know, a metal ratchet, but I don't have the means to do that. But if I could, I would have. I would have done a metal ratchet by now. And let's pull out some funky parts just for you. This funky. Oh, did you see the stuff they announced for Beyblade Day today? They announced some pretty cool stuff. Oh, you know, I haven't pulled out Brawn Buster yet. Gotta make it true to the anime and break the stadium. Oh, you have no idea. You know, you haven't been to. I have destroyed my Takaratomi Stadium so bad. I've had to 3D and print and make brand new parts. Like, I don't know if you can see the cracks and stuff, but like, I have destroyed this thing. Like, you know, that's a part that's like broken off. You know, broken parts on here. Yeah, that. I'll have to see it later. Oh yeah, they announced some pretty cool stuff. The Excalibur remake. If you live in the U.S., a lot of stuff has become available to pre-order on Amazon. It's pretty cool. So apparently for the CX system, a lot of things will come out in August. So, you know, if you keep up with the daily stuff like that, yeah. Moses can part the Red Sea with his Beyblade, so let it rip. Yeah, rip Stadium. Yeah. Yeah, I really do let it rip though. Whoa. Yeah. God and Jesus are canon in Beyblade and in JoJo. Yeah, and the newest Beyblade X, they revealed that it's all canon, so Moses parting the Red Sea is still canon. Let's go. He's still canon. Though revealing that everything's canon does make me question, like, okay, what exactly is it? Whoa. How do Beyblades evolve and devolve repeatedly over and over? Okay, wait, I've already pulled out Wizard Rod. Let me, where did I put my Drawn Buster? I don't know. I guess we'll go with Bey Away for now. Okay, take that out. Place it with a flat top. Okay. As much as I think the idea of like stadium destruction is cool and all, dog, it's like it's like $50 to get a new stadium. I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend $50. But I get what you mean. I gotta remember. I need to remember to post the files for the stadium guards that I've already made. Yeah, I know. It's a Whale Wave goes crazy. Oh shit. That thing wanted to rip the stadium in half. I know. Whale Wave does not play around when it comes to recoil. I also do partially boost the boost it because I modded the string, so it's like double the length. Because I personally just like really like seeing it rip like that hard. Gotta make a custom stage forged out of steel and Dragonfire. Whoa. Okay, we got. What's up, KO? Let me, where did my Drawn Buster go? Whale Wave versus Drawn Buster will go crazy. Let me just try, like... Oh, it's right here. Yeah, look. Let me pick a crazy one. Just do, like, full recoil combo. You know, Drawn Buster on one. One Rubber Cyclone, and then Whale Wave on 3. Other one, I gotta flip it. Whale Wave on also a rubber tip. Okay, let me find a rubber tip. And, you know, we can work with this. Rubber Excel. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Not too crazy, but it's like, maybe if I did it one at a time, like individual rips. Okay, let's try giving it one more. I guess the Drawn Buster just keeps winning. Okay, let's let's get Drum Buster in, and let's try swapping out Bey Away for someone else. Oh, I did kind of go through all of my Beyblades. Don't really have any more. I have like, what, 12? Though, with the amount of 3D printed bits I have, I technically have like infinite. Yeah, 2 TKO 1 second in. Let's try a better, little bit of a better counter like Hell's Chain and Elevate. Yeah, let me try to get. Let me pull up Tommy Stadium. Takara Tomy. I'm pretty sure I don't have to adjust the camera too much to get this one to fit. I just need to move stuff around on my desk to get it to fit. Yeah. Bigger stadium, bigger combos. I'll pull it Bey Away again. Okay. Bey Away wins in the bigger stadium because he can get luckier when it comes to getting hit. I got up the volume a bit for the music. Yeah, it's definitely more fight with a bigger stadium, yeah. Because, you know, KOs are a little bit less likely. But seeing a Beyblade fly is also fun, yeah. Earlier, what's it? One of them shot from, like, inside, and just shot out, and almost hit the, other Beyblades. Hear it hitting, thumping the wall. I gotta pull it back a bit. You can't be too careful. I don't want holes in my wall. You want it to smoke against the other Beyblades. Yeah. If you have a 3D printer, I would highly recommend 3D printing bits. Because it makes it so interesting. But if not, you know, regular bits. Okay, let's try doing pull out an El Drago again. I think a left spin would be pretty interesting to watch for a bit. Okay, loaded the volume again. Alright, let's try pull out El Drago continuous mode. It makes me a little sad that they didn't wait a bit longer before releasing the El Dragos, because they could have. That would have been pretty cool to have these guys on the CX system instead of the regular system right now, because it would have. Everyone I know has a 3D printer. I make things the old-fashioned way. Oh, you actually like model it and all. Not model it. In the forge, all sweaty. Not even a little CNC milling either. I get you. You know, gotta actually make a forge and all that. Like I've thought of. There have been times where I've actually considered getting a forge, but I'm like, I don't have time. I'm probably not gonna treat it like with enough dignity to the point where I inhale some aluminum fumes and die. So, yeah, no, probably not. In the cards for me. Let's try a different rolling ball, because every time you print one, it's always different. Though even with forges, it's a little hard to do stuff like it's a little hard to get precise measurements to be able to fit stuff like these Beyblades, right? So you know, everything has its like strengths and weaknesses. I remember my cousin talking about considering like if I found the files, which I do have online file like 3D models for these things, that he might bring them into CNC Forge. And I thought about it. I really did. Yeah, the little small equalization fights, they're pretty interesting. I think they're pretty neat. Oh, hey Roy. How's it going? How you doing, Roy? Oh, wait. Yeah, for the tournaments, do they have, like, a camera to watch who spins until the last second? I'm not 100% sure. I don't watch the tournaments. Tired even. You know, me too, man. But, you know, gotta make do what you make do, right? You know, Roy, have you checked out them new age Beyblades? Like, I know, you know, you keep missing these streams. So, like, you ever check out this stuff? I think they're neat. Okay, let's try swapping the bits out. Okay, what's one that's like really funky? Yes, not enough time, but I see them pop in my feed from time to time. This misprinted hexa bit, I think, is pretty cool. Because it printed up well enough that like it actually fits, but it's messed up, so. Oops. Well, another piece of resin fell out off of that one. Okay. Guess that's enough of the El Drago. We gotta pull out someone else again. Alright. Gotta go back to con prep. See ya around, Roy. I'll see you somewhere in some Irium streamer and then go, what the? How are you here? Alright. You know, let's pull out Wizard Rod again. But, you know, we debuff him by giving him a shitty ratchet. We give him some weird looking fin one I saw on online. Whoa! Still lost. That was kind of cool. I do have bits that are like comically bad that I could pull up, but it's just like you pull them out and you just lose. Which is why I mean they're comically bad. Like, okay, Wizard Rod's always just good. Let's give them a. This one I think is on Thingiverse it's called Warp. It's pretty crazy. Straight up, I do not think Wizard Rod's gonna win. Because he just got the blackest thing. Yeah, okay, you know what? I did. Huh. I did not actually think he'd win. But, you know, if let's just try doing a better Hell Chain combo. Okay, something like this, plus, elevate's too obvious. Ooh. Does this fit proper? No. Point's also kind of an obvious pick. Ooh. Look at this one. Got Experiment, yeah. This lowers him down to a metal fight. So it should give him almost like direct hits onto Though I might call it Insu because, you know, because of the headphones I use, for at least when I'm doing these streams, for some reason it's kind of hurting my head. You know, it's pressing onto my head a little too much. I'm gonna be real, I didn't even, like, mentally register who won. I was like, oh, fight's over. I grab. Ooh, this weird dot one. Fits? Fits. Alright, let's pull it up again. Yeah, my fun for Beyblade is experimentation. I have the unfortunate condition of watching a lot of 90s movies and calling people baby. Hasta la vista, baby. Yeah. I have the unfortunate condition of not watching any movies. Like, what? For majority of my life, I watched like 5 whole movies for like a good 15 years. I'm 22. Speakers time and using sound filters. Oh, is it too loud? I mean, I guess I can't really do anything about that because I can't make like 2 mics. You know, I can't make a Beyblade mic and I can't make a. Okay, let's try changing up the ratchet for. We'll have a few more games and we'll call it in. So I think that was enough yapping. I think that was also enough. I don't know, just stuff. Ooh, look at this funky wing. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is the one for right spins. Ooh, actually, hold on. Tyranno B on the funky wing, so it just like enhances the hell out of the contact points. Yeah, I'm cooking here, and we give them an absurdly strong attack bit like gear flat. Because I don't know how it works, but somehow gear flat, even though it's not really that much different from flat, just hits different. Just like wild. So okay. Camera didn't catch it. That was kind of crazy. Okay. I was working on sound over the weekend, and I'm in tech genius mode. Yeah, you know what? That's pretty fair. Also, you're one of them audiophiles, you know, working on sound design and all that, or what, sound editor. I know a guy who's like that. Ow. Yeah, that thing's really good at KOs, apparently. Oh. Let's try countering it with a, if that's the case, a really strong defensive bit, then, like, yeah, rubber tipped Excel. I'm trying to set up for some, ASMR. You do ASMR, huh? Okay, that's neat. I also know some people who do ASMR. Oh, you watch Haruka. Oh! You know what? Okay. That's how you found me. I'm like, huh. Oh, okay. I know some people who do, yeah. No, I still do know some people who do ASMR. It's kind of funny. All the people who I know who do ASMR, not yet, but soon, I see. It's always like, nah, I couldn't do it. I'm not doing ASMR. Not in a million years. And then they hit like some like goal where it's like, I'm now forced to Haruka. I miss the Uka. I miss the Uka. I'm the dude who bought her the mic. Oh, really? I don't remember. I only half remember that stuff. Not fully. I don't really fully remember that stuff. But I miss it. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's just doing the yeah, I know. I know. I don't want to, like, you know, outright say something like, boat goes binted. You know, boat goes binted, but, like, don't feel this. It's just not the same, you know what I mean? At least to me, it's not the same. You know, she plays Sonic Adventure for them, but not for us. type of. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, this Tyranno roar is a little too strong. I gotta pull someone else up, and then we'll call it in. It's a world of difference between us and her. Us and her being with us. Yeah. Guess we'll shit over Shadow. It's more performative than passionate. Nah, you know, I'd rather you not mention him. But, you know, we all know what we're talking about, so, like, You know, you gotta get that bag. You know, you've heard what the stuff she's had to talk about. You know, gotta get that bag. I get it. I completely get it. Though, personally, if I was in that situation, I'd still also keep up some personal stuff, because there's a lot of stuff keeping me tied down. This one's not so good. Okay, you know, one more battle. What's a fun? I won't lie, I support her no matter what she goes and does. Yeah, real. I understand. I still do. But I'd be a liar if I didn't say it didn't, like, at least affect me in a way. positive, negative, don't know, but it does affect me. It does like partially like affect my perception. Okay, let's try. Actually, you know, let's just do ultimate. $960 ball is supposedly the strongest wizard rod combo, at least from when I was like really up to date. Then we have. I find Beyblade so fun. Yeah, man. I really love watching them. Like when I'm like I'm pretty stressed out over the day, I just kind of I take a sit down, maybe spend like 10 minutes, 20 minutes on this, and I'm like, I have a pretty good time. Oh, you know what? It would be Dragoon to be the straight counter to Wizard Rod, isn't it? Okay. Dragoon on probably Rubber Fi. Yeah, this is gonna be the last fight for the day. And then from then on, I'll take a little break from streaming. And I'll come back after exams. On Elevate. Alright, the strongest combo, the strongest. We'll have a, we'll do a follow actual point matches. First to 5 points. Oh, damn, okay, self KO, and my elevate bit, that elevate bit's gone. What, that's 2 points for Wizard Rod. Well, it's a good thing I play against my cousins when I drop in by over the cool older kid cousin type of vibes, yeah. I don't really know how I am to my cousin. There was a cousin who was into like the older Beyblade, like the Beyblade Burst. I never actually had Metal Fight Beyblades, but you know, I have adult money now, so I got this. Take care of yourself, but you matter. Thank you. Oh, whoa. Okay, what? Just gonna have to Wizard Doobie packing heat tonight. Yeah. No, it's like oh, okay, it's because the bit inside broke for the ratchet. Okay, that's why it's like stopped at being good. Alright, okay, new ratchet. And alright. Because apparently that bit's broken. I'm gonna reset the match then. We'll start from 0. Okay, strongest. Oh, just busted another piece of my stadium. I guess the way to actually be the strongest is you're forced to do stamina battles like this, huh? Not as interesting, but yeah, you can't exactly fault stamina for that. Dragoon won though. But yeah, no. This little piece of the fortification I did on the stadium. What is it? Oh yeah, it's just straight super glue that I made as a wall. Just shot out from somewhere. Who knows? Oh, and there's a new crack. there's a new crack under the little piece right there. Yeah, okay. So spin finish. That's a 1 point. Okay. He knocked Wizard Rod out. though he exploded. So let's what's it? 3 points to Dragoon. I'm holding my car together with Gorilla Glue tape and zip ties. It's all good, yeah. I do have a replacement stadium, but it's a whole different stadium. I haven't opened it. I'm like, I don't wanna. Okay, if Dragoon wins one more match, he wins. If Wizard wins, he wins like 2 fights. Okay, you got 2 points from that, 3 points from... Oh, I guess Wizard won. 5 points. God damn. Wizard won in the end, because he got lucky and got him out over, extreme finished. Okay. I really didn't... I thought Green was gonna win. But okay. Now, I think that's enough playing for today. You know, we've had our fun. We've had our hour and a half of fun playing with these Beyblades. You know, I had my good old chat, went through all the stuff I wanted to talk about. Unless there was stuff I forgot, in which case, you know, rip for me. So, you know, okay. Let's check here. So, end of the stream today. Thank you, Saku Hizashi. You know, you're pretty cool. You know, thanks, Roy, for visiting. I don't actually know if anyone else is here because my streams... Okay, I straight up... I had a different page where it's just like, your stream's not on. Huh? Okay, I can't see if there's anyone on YouTube. But if there's anyone on YouTube, thank you. To everyone who was lurking, not lingering, lurking on Twitch, thank you. We'll be calling it in for today. I'll see you guys in probably like 3 weeks after I'm done my exams. So, okay. See ya, and I'll see you guys next time. You know, bye-bye.